But I had to step away from it and figure out if I didn't step away, it was gonna lead me down a road where I wasn't gonna be able to see my kids no more. Because you got to remember, during this whole period of time, while we're going through this, we're going through custody battles. We're going through anything that could be used against me as a father. So I had to think smart when I'm doing this, and as a man. And then this is for all males who have kids out of fucking wedlock. If you're not gonna do this, right? And I say this for all males. If you're not gonna get married to that woman, you're gonna either have to do two things. You're gonna have to kiss her ass, or you're gonna have to grind and get you a lawyer and get you joint custody. Because at the end of the day, if y'all can't co-parent, even if you can, you having a child out of wedlock, whatever the fuck she says goes. So if she said you can't take that motherfucker to Florida, you can't take her to Florida. Can't do shit out of wedlock. Like when you have kids out of wedlock as a man, you have no rights. I don't give a fuck if you sign that birth certificate in cursive, anything, bro. You don't have no rights to your child. And that to me felt some type of way. For somebody to tell me I don't have rights to my own flesh and blood, my son. So I can agree. I have kind of I want to say a plenty of people telling me, like, I don't like people telling me what to do. And I might have a control problem, a power problem.
Said I might. Either you do or you don't, my brother. Simple as that.
I might. Nah, it's not messing with your head. I think it was in general. I think it was in a general tape, but the trauma in this situation can make it a lot tougher, bro. Everybody deal with their trauma totally. Like, it just depends on how you gonna, like, every male deal with their trauma different. The way you deal with yours is a lot different than how I deal with mine. And it might work for you, mine might work for me. I mean, I really don't really think about none of this shit unless we had these conversations. That's what I mean by things can be
this is what you don't understand about the mind.
It could make you feel like the lesbian. What up, bro?
This is what you don't understand about the mind. You think just because you're not physically thinking about it in your brain that it's not going on in there. That's what we tend to fuck up every time.
I don't want to say that. I'm not gonna say that it's not in there, but it's not. Like I say, I don't. Bro, we talk about this all the time. Trauma don't go away. We said that. So it's not like any of that shit gonna just go away. It's gonna be there. I'm just learning every day how to cope with my shit. But I cope with it the best way. I only cope and I'm still learning every day.
But if you're not coping with it the best way, then you're not coping with it.
That's not true. I just feel like everybody have their own way of coping with stuff.
That is true, sir.
You can't judge a person on how they cope with something, just like you can't judge a person on how they deal with
you. I'm just telling you, not going about it the best way. That's what I'm saying.
Everybody have their own way of how
it's not about
bro. You cannot do that. That's like when people talk about when people like they celebrate death. Oh, you not can't do that, bro.
Hell, yes, you can, bro.
No, you can't,
nigga. So okay, keep coping.
Who the fuck are you to judge somebody else?
All right, so coping with alcohol is good.
I can't be with my own business on that.
My point exactly. So what I'm saying is, if you're not coping the right way, then you're not coping, sir. It's the facts of the matter.
Everybody have their own way. And like, hold on. First of all, hold on.
The right way, bro.
Time out.
That's an excuse.
If you're drinking, I mean, everybody have their own shit. You right. It can be an excuse. It's like it can be an excuse. Like I said, everybody have their own way. If that's how they feel, they want to deal with this shit.
So I'm supposed to allow you to cope the wrong way.
But the person got to be willing to put in the work, dog.
Right. So what I'm saying is
they got to be willing to put in the work.
Okay. So what? So let me throw it back at you. Mm-hmm. You just said I may not cope the right way.
I mean, in a way where it's like, no, hold up, because I'm not drinking.
I ain't saying you're drinking. I'm just saying.
In a way where it's like
sitting in your room, sitting in the room, in the dark room, subjugating yourself to sad shit. That's not coping well. Sitting, going out, being on a sexual escapade. That's not coping well. So what I'm saying is, if you're not coping the right way,
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I don't mind being alone. I'm a loner, so I don't know how people feel about that. I
No,
like being alone.
you that's a way of that the human body is not designed to be alone. The human
I'm
mind,
not, nigga. I got 4 other people in this motherfucker every day.
but you
Ain't
just
I
said,
can't be alone.
AJ, you just said
I like being alone, but
it just
I
came out
didn't.
of your mouth now.
I said I like being alone. I didn't say I
You
was
said you
alone.
fine with being alone. That's what you said.
I am fine with being
I'm
alone, but
saying,
I'm not alone. So
but
that's the
listen,
difference.
listen, bro. You then don't say you're alone. Then if you're not alone, what I'm saying
Time
is
out, you can't say that, nigga. I can go sit in my car and be alone,
that would be a terrible way of coping, sir.
but I'm not alone though. Like certain people feel alone, but that don't mean they're alone. I got a lot of homies that say, even as black male, it's. I'm gonna ask you this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a problem? You might not, not now,
Ask
but
me the question.
do you have a problem asking people for help, males for help, like
No,
your other homies?
fuck no. Why? Why would I have a problem doing
You
that?
don't. The older crew I grew up with does, and I do too. And
Well,
I
that's
all not and it's shut up, Nate. We know you don't. That's my nigga.
not. Yeah, that's a stupid way of thinking, bro.
It is. And I said that in the group chat, dog. Like Nate, the only one that'll ask us, but us, like me, Q, and Jared, we won't ask each other for nothing.
What's wrong? Yeah, what's wrong with you niggas? How you gonna be my homie and I can't if I need help, I can't ask you for help.
So who says one person? Jared said something about just the feeling like you owe somebody, and then it getting being thrown back in your face.
You got too much ego.
But let me ask you this though: it might be pride, ego. I know I have a lot of ego, so I can say I can't speak on him, but I'll speak on. I have that. Like I don't. Let's be honest, bro. How many times have I ever called you something?
Not often, but I mean you have, but it ain't been like not no
I'm talking about
monetary things and no shit
money,
like
money.
what. But that ain't the only kind of help you can get from somebody though.
We speak when we speak when I all right, okay, so like I don't mean that type of help thing. I don't mean like a mental like I could talk to you like that
Help,
type of
hold on,
help.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold
I mean money like if we like
on.
struggling type. My
No,
fault.
no, no, no,
That's
no, no.
my fault.
No, but listen up. We're not gonna. We can't subjugate help. Help is help. If
All
you
right,
got
I'm gonna segregate right now because it's like I only want to focus on that help, like the money part, because I feel like that's a huh.
help is help. You can't just focus on one type of help.
Because you it's the other part we don't have problems with.
So you
Like
shouldn't
I
have a problem with asking a nigga for some monetary.
cannot say that shit, bro. Certain
Yes,
people
you can. What are you
cannot.
saying?
Certain
Bro,
niggas have certain problems with certain situations. You be trying to
no,
put
bro.
shit in one box, dog. It's not just a
No,
box.
help is no, look, no. You're putting it in one box. That's
No,
asinine.
I'm not.
Yes,
Actually, I'm trying to take it out of the box. You keep saying don't take it there.
no, that
Help is
you
help.
look, bro. That's asinine to think that asking for help, any type of help. If I'm gonna call you and be like, hey, bro, I'm fucked up, bro. My goddamn man, I'm fucked up, bro. I don't know if I'm coming or going, bro. I need somebody to just talk me through this shit. And I can't turn
Not
around
really
like that same phone
like
call like, hey, bro, I need
type of
$20 for
help.
gas this week.
I'm gonna
That's
be.
that's the
That's not really the
same.
type of help I'm talking about. Like that type
Look,
of.
you ain't hear nothing I just said. I said if I can call you and say, bro, I don't know if I'm coming or going. I'm fucked up right now mentally. And I can't pick up that same phone and say, hey, bro, I need $20 for gas this week. I got you when I get paid. That's not two totally different things. That's the same type of help.
It is, bro. It is. I'm not finna
And then
throw up.
look,
I'm
hold
not
on,
finna
hold on,
throw up.
hold on. And then let me add this in there. If my nigga if I pick up that phone and I ask him for $20 and he be like, yeah, bro, I got you. And then it's it's a big issue about the 20 bones. If I ain't able to give it back to him, that ain't my nigga.
That's true.
That ain't my partner. Like, what are we doing here? What are we talking about?
But I don't even think. I don't even think we. and I'm just speaking of we, but I know a lot of other black males that think like that. I don't think they see it as like that's being my partner or no more. Like I can't.
So what are we associating for then?
I think it's just the ego and pride thing, bro. It's
That's
a
what
feeling.
I'm saying. Like, you gotta strip that, bro. Y'all like niggas gotta strip that. And I'm saying y'all like in general, just talking to the world, but the people that's listening to this shit, you gotta strip that, bro.
I'm giving. I won't think anything else about it. That's y'all, but it's the I and not
Why?
saying you're wrong.
Why
Not
are
saying you're
you
wrong.
thinking? Why you know what I'm saying? Y'all are wrong for thinking that way. I'm telling you, you're
We might
wrong.
be. I'm not saying we're not. I'm not saying, bro. You gotta think,
Not
right?
my homie, bro. If I can't call you and
I
ask,
got one homie that's literally spent most of his time in and out of jail. I got one homie that with Jared, that situation a little tricky. Cause me and him been fucking cool since